To stop Bart from becoming violent, Marge brought Homer to protest outside a fighting arena, but both Homer and Bart were huge fans of combat sports. Even though Homer pretended to support Marge, he secretly took Bart into the arena with him. Marge was furious about it. She immediately bought a ticket from a scalper to see for herself what was so entertaining about the fights.
I'm Marge Simpson, and I will not rest until you tear down this Septagon.
The men of Springfield had practically vanished. The bowling alley was now filled with only women. There were no men left in the bar. Even their beloved baseball field sat completely empty. Not even the police station had anyone on duty. But the sports arena was packed with people. All the men had gathered there to watch two muscular fighters battle in the ring. The intense fights in the arena thrilled Homer. Even Bart felt like it was a day he would never forget. He claimed that even on his deathbed someday, he would still remember this experience.
Not everyone has a deathbed, son. You could die suddenly.
Whoa, maybe some punk kid will shoot me to get into a gang.
Maybe.
After the match ended, Homer reminded Bart that he should never try those fighting moves at home.
Do it at the schoolyard. Someplace where if you get hurt, we can sue. Not just them, but the school, the county, the state, and that jackass Joe Biden.
But before long, the boys at Springfield Elementary started practicing fighting techniques at school. Milhouse tried to resist, but Nelson treated him like a punching bag. Next, Nelson's opponent became Bart. Thanks to Homer's training, Bart's fighting skills improved rapidly. In the end, he successfully locked Nelson in a chokehold. But right then, Marge suddenly appeared.
Simpson, I'm glad your father isn't here to see this.
She quickly pulled Nelson free and returned the lunch money Bart had won back to him. After learning that Bart's fighting skills came from watching the matches, Marge immediately decided the fighting events needed to be shut down. But Nelson told her that she could never accomplish it alone. She would need to gather a group of mothers, along with school officials and church pastors to protest together. Before starting, they would also need staplers to pin flyers onto telephone poles. Marge carefully wrote everything down. Then she gathered all the mothers of Springfield together and showed them videos of the fights. As expected, the mothers were outraged. From that point on, their goal became shutting down the fighting league completely. After hearing the news, Bart tried to stop Marge. He genuinely loved the fights, but when he realized he couldn't change her mind, he went to ask Homer for help instead. This time, however, Homer acted strangely. He suddenly started explaining the dangers of violence to Bart. It turned out Marge had already bribed him with cake.
It wasn't just a piece. It was the whole cake, frosting like snow on the eaves of a Bavarian castle.
Glad you didn't come cheap.
I couldn't help it. She knew my one weakness, that I'm weak.
Under pressure from the women's protests, the owner behind the fighting league finally appeared. He claimed he was willing to shut down the arena under one condition. Before doing that, he wanted Marge to fight him in the ring. If she agreed, he would close the entire operation afterward. Marge didn't want to fight violence with violence, but Chet deliberately provoked her.
What's wrong, Marge? Do you have to ask your husband?
That flattens my soda pop. You're on.
What I missed?
Nothing.
Bart couldn't understand why Marge would agree to this. After all, their strength levels weren't even close. Even Homer thought Marge had gone completely crazy, but Marge insisted she was being perfectly rational. She believed she was accepting the fight to cleanse Springfield of violence. To prepare for the match, Marge began some basic physical training, but Lisa was extremely worried. If Marge kept training like